Flames rise high in the California night. Governor Gavin with a plan so bright. With a can of gasoline, he makes his way. Everybody wonders, will it save the day? He's got his suit and his determined frown. In the heart of the blaze, he's racing down. People see him fearless, ain't afraid to dare. Holding tight the fuel with a fearless stare. Gavin fights fire with a spark so wild.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. News these days is like drinking from a fire hose, pun intended, because we are going to talk about the California fires and how there's no water in those hoses. Somebody who's certainly seen her fair share of hoses has been Kamala Harris, and she's definitely one of those people that you kind of forget about how dumb she is. And because the news cycle leading up to this election result has been so wild, dynamic, and assassination attempts, and Joe Biden dropping out and falling down the stairs, and the debate, and all of the insanity, garbage trucks, it's just like McDonald's, you just can't keep track of it. You tend to forget really the dumbest moment in American politics. And that's saying a lot. I know I'm not trying to ratchet this up. It's hard to make an argument that this isn't the single stupidest moment in American politics. Kamala Harris is trying to phone banking. She's calling supporters. Okay, like, hey, vote for me. Thanks. Like, that's what you do when you phone bank. Here she is. She's on a fake phone call. And you could tell because...
How you doing? Have you voted already?
Give me a second.
You did? Thank you.
Do you spot it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Here, I'll do it right now. Here you go. You see how my cell phone, when I if I'm not on an actual phone call and I just have the camera app open, all you're seeing is the studio. See that? That's what you're seeing with Kamala Harris there. This is what Kamala Harris did. She literally held up the phone to show everyone that she's on a fake phone call. Here we go. Let's pause it so you can just, you probably remember this. I mean, there's no point in belaboring it. There you go. You can see Kamala Harris's reflection and her camera app open. There you go. Yeah. So stupid. People know how phones work, I guess, is the ultimate. Most people have used a phone, Android, iPhone. Most people know that's not what it looks like when you're doing a phone call. Anyway, so unbelievably stupid. But now we have another version of it. And much like with Kamala Harris in the 2024 election, the stakes are dire. People are dying. There's billions of dollars of property destruction happening in California, mismanagement, and a paralyzed, horrified resident who is a mother in a community. He goes running up to Gavin Newsom to try and say, hey, what are you doing for my family? And Gavin Newsom the entire time uses this little trick to try and get out of it. Oh, just a second, I'm on a phone call with Joe Biden. That's what he does. He's fakes a phone call with Joe Biden to get out of listening to this mother. And it's so incredibly sad.
You got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild. We're getting
Why
the
was there no
resources to do it.
water in the hydrants,
That's
Governor?
all that's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to
Right.
be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally, you know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do.
guys.
Can
He
I
needs to
have
call
an
the president.
opportunity
He
to at
needs
least
to-
tell
he needs to
people
call
you're
the
doing what you're saying you're doing?
Thank you.
Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact
Yes.
information?
Right
Right
there.
now. Right now.
What are the chances that lady voted for Gavin Newsom and voted for Gavin Newsom in the recall election when Gavin Newsom was recalled a couple years ago? What do you think are the chances? On a basic human level, it's impossible to not feel bad for this individual. She says her children goes to the school and that her house was burned down. That's the case for tens of thousands of Americans right now. And then Gavin Newsom just straight up lies to her face. Oh, I'm on the phone with Joe Biden. Can't do anything about it. Sky News caught Gavin Newsom using a fake phone call to avoid a desperate mom and a victim of fires. He pretended to be on the phone with the president, and she caught him. His political career should be over. That's right. This was a fake phone call. You can see his phone. The phone's not calling Joe Biden. He's not on the phone at all. Gavin Newsom was just confronted by a woman whose home burned down. He responded by pretending to be on a phone call with Joe Biden and then made an escape. Fire victim confronted Gavin Newsom and demanded answers. He pretends to be trying to make a phone call. Oh, so bad. Oh, man. I'm literally on the phone with the president right now. Citizen, can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I tried 5 times. Why isn't the president taking your call? What a shameless fraud. Yeah. First off, it doesn't seem like Joe Biden is actually the person to be calling right now. I think that might be actually Gavin Newsom's problem, is that the president that he supported and campaigned for is obviously mentally gone completely. Fire away, says Joe Biden. No pun intended. This is what Joe Biden just said at the White House, like seconds ago. Fire away. When Joe Biden was in Los Angeles, here's what he did.
The good news is, I'm a great grandfather. I'm good for that. All right.
Joe Biden literally used the opportunity of Americans dying and losing everything, to announce that he's a great grandfather. That there's good news. This is the good news. Don't worry, everything's great. Donald Trump is calling for the resignation of Gavin Newsom. One of the best, most beautiful parts of the United States is burning to the ground in ashes, and Gavin Newsom should resign. It's all his fault. Good. Time to put the blame where it belongs. And who does Gavin Newsom blame? Like, who's in charge here?
The situation with the water, obviously, in Palisades ran out last night in the hydrants. I was trying to firefighter in this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. I mean, just when you have a system that's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires, whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe 1 fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's going to be determined by the local.
Oh, the locals are going to figure it out. I'm just the governor of the state, the country's largest state, and one of the most important economically and politically, and it's just me. I can't figure out how to get water into the fire hydrants. Something we've known how to do for 200 years. I just can't figure it out today, right? Even though some of the smartest and most sophisticated AI startups literally exist in California, but we have no water. Firefighters who can't fight fires, and I'm a jackass. What a complete and total lunatic this guy is. To look into the face of a woman who's lost everything, and I just have to I just believe her. Yeah. I mean, you can hear it in her voice. And then to just lie to her face, is sociopathic behavior. And, well, you get what you vote for. So, sorry that you hate this. My best piece of advice for you, lady, is put on the MAGA hat. And remember how you got into this predicament and how you can get out. Like, remember the people that were actually there for you. The people who warned you about Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, Karen Bass, and said they didn't care about you and they actually hate you and they're incompetent. Warned you about wokeness and DEI in your fire department, defunding fire departments and police and everything. We warned you. So grow up, right? Reality, man. Nothing hits harder than reality. It's your boy Benny.